Top story right now, the growing scandal involving two top U.S. generals and two married women. One powerful Democratic lawmaker describes it as something right out of a tabloid. And joining us now from Capitol Hill, Senator Dianne Feinstein of California. She's the chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee. Senator, thanks very much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome, Wolf.
We've spoken on many occasions. I'm tempted to throw my hands up in the air and simply ask you, what is going on right now? We're waking up every morning to these new revelations, and I've been around Washington a long time. You have as well. They're pretty shocking. Just give us your immediate gut. What is going on?
Well, my immediate gut is like, this is the National Enquirer. I mean, every day there is something new. And that really does not affect what we're doing. It may add to it somewhat. But what the Intelligence Committee will begin tomorrow is an inquiry into the Benghazi episode. And we will have Mr. Morell, Mr. Olson of the Counterterrorism Center, as well as the #2 of the FBI, Sean Joyce. And in that way, we will be able to cover that. It's also my intention, this has not yet been announced, to talk with General Petraeus, Director Petraeus. This ties into his trip that he made just before all of this broke to some Middle Eastern countries, including Libya. This afternoon, I'll be meeting with the ranking member, our vice chairman, Saxby Chambliss. We will go over the plan for this. We will both meet with Mr. Morell, and then we will proceed.
Mike Morell is now the acting director of the CIA. Do you have indications from General Petraeus, even though he has now resigned, he will come forward and testify about the Benghazi affair before your committee?
Well, I believe he will. I think he's a responsible person, and I believe he will come. And so we are going to try to set that up today, because his view as someone who was actually there, now this is according to Mr. Woodward, who was actually in Benghazi, who actually spoke to people who went through the incident. I think that's important for us to hear.
He was there. So let's talk a little bit now about I guess the only way you could describe it is these scandals that are going on. There's a scandal involving General Petraeus, and now General Allen, the leader of the U.S. military in Afghanistan, the NATO commander there. He's involved apparently as well. What can you tell us about, first of all, General Allen's role in what's going on right now?
Well, this is all news to me, too. In the very late spring of this year, the four corners of our two committees, House and Senate, the leadership, met with General Allen in Kabul, and we were very impressed with him. He gave an historic narrative of the area, which was impressive. He talked about his mission, how it was going, and I think the four of us came away with a sense that he is, in fact, a fine commander. I don't know exactly what the situation is here. We will look at it. We will ask for a report. We will gather the materials. We will ask to see classified documents that may have been on Ms. Broadwell's, that's another, Ms. Broadwell's computer. I spoke to the Attorney General about that last night, and he agreed to present this to the Intelligence Committee. So we will have those, which is important to our mission, because our mission is to see, was intelligence what it should have been? Should we have known that this was a terrorist attack much quicker than 10 days after the attack? And my answer to that, just on my review of facts, is yes, absolutely. So we want to hear testimony on that. If we have had an intelligence deficit, one thing or another, our oversight responsibilities call us to take those actions in intelligence authorization bills or elsewhere to see that this area of the world is beefed up intelligence-wise. This can't be allowed to happen again.
Have you been briefed on the nature of the relationship between General Allen and this woman in Tampa, Jill Kelly? Apparently there were thousands of pages of documents that were emailed from General Allen to this woman that we don't know much about. As chair of the Intelligence Committee, what have you been told?
I have not been told very much, that's for sure. And I'll be asking a lot of questions. I know that her name has come into question. Let me put it that way. I have no factual information whatsoever. People have mentioned that to me in the course of a conversation. That's all.
Do you have any reason to believe classified information was sent from General Allen to this woman, Jill Kelly?
Well, I'll tell you this. Knowing a little bit about General Allen, I would be very doubtful that it had been, just as I would be doubtful that it had been from General Petraeus. And essentially, I believe it's been confirmed that no classified information was given by Director Petraeus to Paula Broadwell. I would expect to find the same thing with respect to General Allen. I would be very shocked and surprised if that was not the case.
Which raises this question, Senator. Why did the FBI go back to Paula Broadwell's home yesterday, last night, spend 5 hours there and take out box after box after box of documents, computer equipment, and other material?
Well, that would indicate to me that they are still looking for something. I don't happen to know what that something is.
Do you have any reason to believe she still had security clearances? I know when she was active duty in the U.S. Army, she says publicly she had what's called not only top secret, but SCI, secure compartmented information clearances. Do you have any reason to believe she still had those clearances?
I do not.
And if, in fact, she did get classified information from General Petraeus, that would be a violation of the law, I assume.
Well, I'm not going to go there because I don't know that to be the case. And look, this is a man of substantial integrity and credibility. And I think the last thing he would do would be that.
So why wasn't President Obama informed of all of this sooner? That and more of my interview with the chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee, Dianne Feinstein. That's next.